Today we're rating custom Magic the Gathering cards, starting with the Phyrexian Lotus. The Phyrexians have a Lotus now. I didn't know oil grew a Lotus. It's a zero mana artifact. Tap, sacrifice Phyrexian Lotus, add 3 mana of any one color. Activate this only if you have 3 or more poison counters. Have they actually fixed Lotus for the first time ever? Every other Lotus is basically broken, or fair if you add, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 mana on top of the original 0. They might have done it here. I think this is unplayable. I don't know, like, is there any deck that gives yourself the poison counters? Because you have to give yourself the poison counters. And after you've done all the work to give yourself the poison counters, I don't know if this 3 mana is even worth anything. It's probably worth something, but not a lot. It's going to be on par with, like, it looks like a bad Lotus Bloom, which has suspend of 3. So you have access to your 3 mana by turn 4. This thing, like, I have no idea. Trent Sim says giving yourself 3 poison is a bit tricky, not impossible, but we're looking at, like, turn 4 or 5. How do you attack yourself? Like, that would be my first question. How do you do it? Magnum is like, I got no other input other than, hello, Nikachu. Hope you're having a good day. I'm having a good day. I think Incur Rats gives everyone a poison counter. So you gotta, like, give yourself a poison counter. Then you gotta proliferate it up. This is, like, easily a pass. Okay. We fixed Lotus. We fixed Black Lotus to the point that it's literally unplayable. All right, next up, we're gonna go to Tardigrade. It's a 1 mana 0/1 Nematode Bear. Indestructible and Shroud, of course. You know, the standard staples of all custom Magic the Gathering cards. Protection from everything, also a staple of custom Magic the Gathering cards. Tardigrade cannot be sacrificed. Okay, what else? Okay, its toughness would be lowered. If its toughness would be lowered by any means, it becomes 1 instead. If Tardigrade would get 1 or more -1/-1 counters, it gets that many -1/-1 counters, plus that many +1/+1 counters to counteract it. How would it get counters at all? I mean, maybe there's some cards out there that's like, okay, all creatures get -1/-1 counters. Fail! This is just a stupid card. How do I put it? Yeah, I can see, like, it says balance not intended. Yeah, I can tell that. It's literally custom Magic the Gathering cards, the aura into a single card. If you could boil down people who make custom cards into one creature, I think it would be this creature. Now, it's harmless. I will admit, it's basic. I don't even know how you abuse it. It's just too nonsensical to me. That's all. I'm disqualifying it not because it's broken. It's a 0/1 for 1, which is way below the power level of just Magic the Gathering in general. But it's a bit weird. Oh, it does have protection from everything. So actually, it's a 1 mana blocker. It could be broken. Could be broken. So I stand by not good. Not even Silver Border. Well, it technically does all sorts of legal things, I think. Except for maybe if its toughness was lowered by any means, it becomes 1. That's a little bit weird. That's a little bit strange. These are real microscopic animals that are hard to kill. Oh, is that the idea? So it's a flavor win is what you're telling me. Tardigrades can survive in extreme environments like space or volcanoes, so it has flavor at least. Oh, so if the Earth blows up, the tardigrades will survive to another planet eventually. Pass our genes, tardigrades. Pass our genes. Isn't it based on an indestructible creature in real life? I guess so. I mean, apparently I don't know the lore. I don't know the lore to these tardigrade things. Yeah, complete nonsense. Could have been cockroaches. I don't know if cockroaches can survive in space. That sounds like a neat YouTube video. 1,000 cockroaches versus outer space. Maybe it's been done before. Also known as the water bears. All right, moving on. We've got Oki Doye. This is a black, white X sorcery. Exile any number of target creatures you control and X target creatures you don't control. Create an avatar creature token that's all colors with power and toughness, each equal to the total power of creatures exiled this way. It gains all activated abilities of creatures exiled this way. Are we stealing the soul from something else? Exile any number of target creatures you control and X target creatures you don't control, and we get an avatar token that's all colors. Now this is more Silver Border than anything. equal to the total power of creatures. What about the tough? Oh, with power and toughness equal to the total power of creatures. Oh, I see. Okay, so they're all going to have total power and toughness equal to the total power. So if the total power is 20, then the toughness is 20. Is this okay? So basically we're cloning it for 1, and then for each additional mana, we make an even bigger clone. I guess. I don't know if that's like a black-white thing to do, though. It sounds Simic to me. It sounds very Simic. I mean, it could be, maybe it's Sultai. I don't know what white has anything to do with this. Can anyone fill me in? We're basically going to mutate a bunch of creatures into one. This has to be a flavor win. Or sorry, it has to do some sort of flavor. Okidoye? No, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna say it's legal, it passes. I hope we get enough super chats for a lot of AI cards next week. Let's see, you love your AI cards, don't you, Toilet Duck? Next up, we got Polar Bear. Usually, I have a bunch of super chats at this point. Not that I'm complaining. Is the super chat function working? Are people making super chats, and I'm just not seeing them? That's happened at least once before. Okay, moving on. We got Polar Bear. For either a white. Or sorry, no, it's a snow. It's either a snow or 2 generic. It's a Winter Fox-like card. It's a 2/2 snow creature bear. And that's it. All right, we have a 1-mana 2/2. All right, now that I know that, okay, we have confirmation the super chats are working. Okay, what can I say about the Polar Bear? There's really not much to say here. Okay, it's a legal card. Moving on. No, save your money, little Deadfly. I'm not complaining. You know what? That's just all better for the people in the freebie section. All better for people in the freebie section. Okay, we got the Edible Lotus. This is a 0-mana food. It sounds delicious. Okay, tap, sacrifice Edible Lotus. You gain 3 life. That's all you get? It's a 0-mana gain 3 life card. Is that broken? This might be abusable somehow. Like if you can recur the card back from the graveyard over and over again. Missed chance for a bacon lotus? But that doesn't make any sense. We're going to make a lotus out of some pork? Make a lotus out of the pig? The skin of the pig? Almost sounds demonic. Edible Lotus. How do you break this card? It would have to be via some means of like returning a 0-mana card from the graveyard to the battlefield. But that would be the only way I can think you could try to abuse this. Otherwise, this might be just fair. What's the most life gain you can get for free in the game? Now, yeah, not power creeping healing salve. And hey, this is situational, by the way. If there's a collector oof or a null rod in play, you're not getting that 3 life. You can find this with... You can search this out with Urza Saga. So if you need a random 3 life in a pinch. Oh, you know what's really comparable to this? What's it called? The 0-mana artifact that you can sacrifice lands and gain, I think, 2 life. It's very, very similar. This is just a one-time gain 3 life thing. I think this is fair. Nothing wrong with this. Nothing wrong with this card at all. Lotus, but not at danger. 2 lotuses not at danger. Yeah, I guess we have to send them to the shredder. Okay, Brawly Shadow with our first super chat today. Thank you very much for that super chat, by the way. Male Scorched Virtuoso. Having to choose 2 cards is tough, though. You must choose 2. By the way, we have a bingo card. If anyone needs to, read the bingo card, take a snapshot of this thing. I don't think we've had a lot of lotuses so far. Oh, we do have 1 flavor win. That indestructible bug. All right, we got that going for us. Okay, Brawly Shadow, you have donated, so we're going to look up your card. Male Scorched Virtuoso. For anyone who wants to donate and be part of the show, I have instructions in the description below. This is a 3-mana 3/3 human warrior, first strike and haste. Whenever I'm guessing it's pronounced male attacks, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. When male attacks, you may pay 2 mana. Now, when you do, move all counters from target creature onto Mail. Then Mail deals 2 damage to that creature. So we're swiping their counters, and then we're dealing 2 damage to it whenever it attacks. So we take more counters. Like Mael Scorch Virtuoso. I'm trying to think what you can steal from people. These days, you can steal like flying counters from. You can steal flying counters. Like we now have a counter for all the stats. Like there's trample counters. It goes beyond poison counters -1, -1, and +1, +1. Oh, you can still steal those things. Those are still really common. So we're going to swipe their counters, making First Strike even more unbeatable. Sweet card. Not broken. It's an E33 reference. Still need to play this game. I still need to play games in general, in my opinion. Next up. Okay, let's go back to the freebie section. We got Stab 5 times, a 3-mana instant. Choose target creature. It gets -2/-2 until end of turn. It gets -2/-2 until end of turn. It gets -2/-2 until end of turn. -2/-2, and then -2/-2 until end of turn. And create a blood token. Is there, like, a reason for this? Can't we just say it just gets -6/-6? Sorry, -10/-10. My math no good. It's literally stab, but 5 times. Ah, we got another flavor win. I forgot. I think this card's fair. It's just like 3-mana Doomblade, right? It will kill most creatures, and why not? It'll kill most it would actually be popular because it kills indestructible creatures, right? You know, there's a lot of removal spells for like 3 mana that don't. Well, I guess exiling effects do that. Do we have a bingo card? Yes. Here's the bingo card. Toilet Duck. You got to be on the ball here. We even hit one of them with the flavor win over there. I think this is a creative card. I like this card. I think it's a bit stupid it's worded like this. I think it would have been just as fine to say choose target creature. It gets -10/-10 until end of turn, and you could just work it out that it's stab 5 times. This is solid. I think they could simplify the text though to something like -5/-5. No, but it has to be stab 5 times. Is there not a card called stab? It is but a flesh wound. There's too many cards. There we go. Stab. Instant. Oh, they had to make it 5 mana. 3 mana that's not flavor win enough. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. I also have to say, like, it's a bit weird that say choose target creature. Oh, you're trying to get around hexproof. It's another very custom Magic the Gathering card. It's got that custom Magic the Gathering card vibe to it. Got to get around hexproof. Got to get around hexproof, indestructible. And then there's other people that are like, okay, my creature now cannot be chosen. It's got hexproof and can't be chosen by cards either. Protection from chosen. Not very different from Final Fantasy Overkill. Absolutely. Yeah, we literally have an Overkill now that does oh yeah, that's true. -9,999. I wonder what that's for. I wonder what creatures that's for. It says choose target. I know it's different. Choose target creature. It gets... Okay, I like it. I like the blood token you get at the end. Okay, we have another Brawly Shadow special. CL Twilight's Edge. Ooh, it's an Esper card. We have a 3/3 human warrior. Now, CL Twilight's Edge gets +1/+1 for each foretold card you own in exile. We're trying to buff the foretell cards. Foretell, are there any like playable foretell cards in the game? Like, is anyone playing with foretell right now? I feel like that was sort of a mechanic that just didn't age very well. There was just no good cards. They were a little hesitant to make it good, you know? They were being a little too careful. Toads, you're never late. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Whenever you cast a card for its foretell cost, draw a card, then exile a card from your hand face down. It becomes foretold. Its foretell cost is its mana cost reduced by 2. This is really good. I really like this design because it takes a mechanic that, like I said, it was sort of poopy. You know, foretell. It's an interesting idea, but in the end, it's all clunky. It's clunky stuff, and it's actually making it good. It reminds me of that commander that makes Morph powerful. It's a Sultai command. It's like some Sultai commander. Whenever you play a Morph, you draw a card, and we've got like a very similar effect here. I would even argue that you could just say whenever you foretell a card into exile, you draw the card. Like you get the value up front. Like why do we have to wait to cast it? So I don't know if we have to really cast it for its foretell cost. I think it'd make foretell cards a lot better if we just got the payoff immediately. Because once you foretell the card, it's possible that seal dies, right? And I don't think it's gonna blow foretell cards right open. Foretell is very fine. Exactly. Nothing crazy. They don't have a smuggler's copter of the foretell cards. Hey, Osuf. Doomscar is kind of good. Kind of good is not. It's not at danger. Okay. It's not at danger. It's not on that scale. I mean, it's fine. They're all okay. So I like this card. I like this card a lot. We're trying to make poor mechanics playable again. Back to the freebie section. We got the Wrath of Jimbo. Who's Jimbo? White sorcery. Destroy all creatures at every table within a 10-mile radius. Rebound and Storm. Done. I read enough. Okay, the final push. Not the fatal push, the final push. I push the last person down. 7 mana for a sorcery. Creatures you control get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. Isn't this just some overcosted overrun? Like, what? Why would I play this over, say, Craterhoof Behemoth, or the white Craterhoof for that matter? Like, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's, that's the definition of a board wipe for this last thing. But this is, yeah, in a 10-mile radius. Call everyone. Send a signal. Send a signal via the internet. You have creatures on the battlefield. Blow them up. Blow them up. I'm playing me from another table. I'm playing Wrath of Jimbo. Hordes is better than this in Infect. I mean, this is... Well, I don't know what to say about this guy. I mean, it's a fine card. Like, whatever. It's a card. People are making doable cards in the Custom Magic the Gathering Reddit, like a Reddit thread. Unbelievable. Nikachu be like, Reddit cards are curated, that's why we look at them. Yeah, Reddit, Wrath of Jimbo. Well, it's giving us some stuff that's on the rise. What are the comments for this thing? What are people talking about? Wrath of Jimbo. We got Creator of Behemoth, anyone? Exactly. Closer to Moonshaker Cavalry. Funny. Well, I mean, yeah. Do you know what? Some people are just trying to be too fair. A little bit way too fair. Joke's on you, we're playing on a bench. Next super chat we got from Corbinek. Thanks so much for your super chat, Corbinek. Ocean version 2. Ocean Ver 2. Idea for an unset. Corbinek also loves the old-fashioned borders, always. Old-fashioned, old-style border for forever. Legendary non-land territory. This permanent enters the play tapped. Is this a land? No, it's a non-land, but it's the ocean, which is technically not a land. It's a sea. Okay, enters tapped and counts as a land for the turn. Okay, but I thought it was non-land. Tapped out a blue. Well, it's certainly acting like a land. Tap, add 2 colorless. Sorry, 2 generic, which we don't even do anymore. Okay, I guess it's 2 colorless. Your you're writing this in the old-fashioned old scripture way. You can only use this mana to cast a fish or merfolk spell. Unbelievable! Players cannot put into play cards named Ocean from their hand. Players cannot put into play cards named... I don't even think this is all that good. No, it's good. Actually, forget it. I take it back. This card is very good. This card is very strong. But how do I get this thing from my hand into play? It's a land, but since it's an ocean, it's not land, it's water. But because it's a magic card, it's got to count as a land drop for the turn. Very perplexing. I think... Oh, so I cannot... So players cannot put into play cards named Ocean from their hand. And it has no land type. It's not even considered an island. I have no idea how to get this in play. I have to say this is probably fair. Like, if it's not a land I can just put from my hand onto the battlefield, then it's useless to me. You have to do something like mill this into the graveyard and then reanimate it. Oh, sorry, you could Azusa it. No, not, Crucible of Worlds it into play. So using Crucible of Worlds, the artifact, you can play lands from your graveyard. Otherwise, I don't know how to do it. Yeah, but you can't play a second. It is legendary. It's a flavor. This is honestly like the biggest hassle to get blue mana of all time. That's all I'm gonna say. So it's fair. Super fair. Okay, moving on to the freebie section. We got the Temple of Duality. This is a land that taps for colorless. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Now spend this mana only on hybrid mana costs. Oh, that's fascinating. If you take only the right turns, you'll miss it. That doesn't make any sense to me. That has to be an AI-generated flavor text. Is Ocean even a permanent? It doesn't have a permanent type. It's a territory. It's a new permanent type. Pedman said, I remember that Yu-Gi-Oh! Had a wording rule issue because of a card that was supposed to be considered like another card, an Ocean Land, and it had cards that referred to it, so it broke by itself. Damn Yu-Gi-Oh! Templating. Now this is quality custom design. This gets into the league of, this would literally see play. Or sorry, this would literally be a card that they would print. There's a lot of cards in here, like, you know, they're fun, they're interesting. Wizards would definitely print this. In fact, I would not be surprised Wizards just steals this at some point, just throws it into a commander deck. Or a commander set. Are you an AI cultist? What the hell does that mean? Steve Cooper is like, very interesting. Well, I have not much else to say about it. Real card. Oh, and there's another one. Oh, I guess they have one for each cycle. This is completely different. The Bamboo Thicket. It's a forest plains. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you control a creature or enchantment with a hybrid mana symbol in its mana cost. I'm trying to make hybrid decks give them a boost for some reason. Aren't like hybrid mana decks already a boost? Like, it's not like a downside to have hybrid mana. Well, in general, I should say. Like, because you can choose like one or the other colors. You know, you're less likely to be mana screwed. So we're actually trying to give consistency to the hybrid mana. Is Phyrexian mana hybrid? No. Phyrexian hybrid mana is this weird mana symbol where it could be one or the other. So it's like you can pay white or black for it, or green or red. Anyway, it's a weird thing. It is in Commander because of color identity. Well, it's like a little bit of a hassle because of color identity. So you can't just throw a Gruul hybrid card in your mono green deck. That I understand. But when you are playing with a Gruul hybrid card in a Gruul deck, and you're flooding out on only green cards, we can just, on only forest, you can use the forest to play the damn thing. Can we submit cards to your Discord rather than making our Reddit? No, look at the description. I suggest you do not post things on Reddit. I just go to Reddit so that we can showcase the most popular of the week. But I take... well, anyway, if you donate, I'll look at your card. And then if we get bingos, or there are any donations, I'll take cards from my Discord that are not paid for. Knight of Revenge, a 3-mana 0/4 human knight with Last Strike. That's right, the unset ability. This creature deals its combat damage after creatures without Last Strike. Whenever this creature takes damage, it gains that many +1/+0 counters. Oh my god! That is incredible. I thought we were just clowning around with this ability. This actually has utility. During your end step, remove a +1/+0 counter from Knight of Revenge. This is great. This is so good. So it's great on blocking duty. It's like a weird first strike, I want to say. I want Last Strike in a real set on real cards. I like the ability. Now, hold on. There is a bit of a risk with Knight of Revenge, of course. You can't block a creature with 4 power or greater, because then it will just die. It will die before you have the chance to punch back. So you have to only block weenies. And with that in mind, probably people would be apprehensive to attack into you, but like there's gonna be a lot of situations where they have to. Make triple strike real. First strike, regular strike, and last strike. That'd be so broken, even as a 1/1. 1/1 triple strike is probably the high. It's probably broken because like old pump spells just make it insane. Completely bonkers broken. I love this card. This is a huge win for me. A very innovative use of a unique mechanic, which actually isn't new. Like Last Strike, I think was, or I'm pretty sure Last Strike was a silver border ability. Pretty sure. I'm slightly sure. Okay, next up, we got a super chat from Debt Collected. Eventual troubling end dinosaur. Glad to catch live, and I'm glad you're here, Debt Collected. Eventual troubling end dinosaur. What does that even mean? What the hell is this casting cost? We have a red, a hybrid Rakdos, then the weird hybrid black 2 generic, then a Phyrexian and 6 generic. What's the cheapest that has cost? 6, 7, 8, 9 mana and a 2 life. It's a 10/4. It's a legendary enchantment creature. This is an enchantment dinosaur. The dragon dinosaur. Aren't dragons just basically dinosaurs with wings? Like those Aerodactyl. I think Aerodactyl's a Pokemon. The Aerodactyls of dinosaurs, they're basically literally dragons. 5+ cards on the bingo space. You got it, Steve Cooper. We got 5+ words. Oops. Not in the name. 5+ card types. Sweet stuff. Whoops. Where do we go? Okay, it's got double strike, so it's gonna one-shot the 20 life players. It's got flying. It's got death touch. It's got wither. It's got bloodthirst 10. We just mashed a bunch of classic mechanics onto one card. Pterodactyl. Is that what? Okay, I was thinking of pterodactyl. Yeah, it's the real card. Sorry, that's the real dinosaur, right? And then the Pokemon is an Aerodactyl. There was a point when I was a kid, I couldn't remember what a pigeon was called because I just thought it was a Pidgey, because I just had the name Pidgey in my head for an eternity. Anyway, we got our dragon dinosaur here. The ultimate Timmy card, ideal for disenchanting it for 2 mana. Yeah, it's got a massive downside that it's got this enchantment creature on it. So that completely balances out everything that we have on here. It doesn't even have an ETB. I cannot say at all that this is broken. What this will be good for, it's one, I can't remember how many dragons. A lot of the dragons tutor out other dragons right onto the battlefield. Some give haste. So this is just like a payoff for the dragon decks, and I think that is completely reasonable. Yeah, it doesn't have haste or trample. Well, I mean, it flies. Flying is like semi-trample. It's super trample for ground creatures. Dinosaur is technically pterodactyl, but is pronounced without the P. Yeah, pterodactyl. Thank you very much, Tank Talk. I don't know much about dinosaurs. I don't know much about custom Magic the Gathering cards either. I just rate them. Okay, cool card. Great dragon payoff for them dragon players. All right, we're going to look at more Magic the Gathering cards, but we got to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. You love your imagination for custom cards. Get some real cards, like Final Fantasy. That's out hot and heavy at FusionGamingOnline.com. They're flying like hotcakes. I don't even know. Is there any VVs in stock? VV's like the chase card here. I don't think... No. Gotta get on that wait list. If you don't see anything that you want, get on that wait list and they'll email you immediately when it's in stock. You can support the channel using coupon code Nikachu by getting 5% off everything at checkout. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. Your ability to play any deck, any format you want on Magic Online using Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_ZAX. And back to custom Magic the Gathering cards. Where are them cards? Okay, we'll look at one more freebie, and then we're going to start tackling the $10 Super Chats. So just a word for everybody who has Super Chats over here, especially for Blank Page, seems new. In the second half of the show, I finally get through the $10 Super Chats, and after we're done with all those, I get back to the $5 ones. Don't worry, I have not forgotten about you. I love all of you so much. What the hell is this? Oh. Has nothing to do with the custom cards. Okay, we got Duck Horse Conundrum. The duck is bigger than the horses. It is quite the conundrum. This is a 5-mana sorcery. Target opponent chooses 1. Create a 5/5 green bird creature token named Horse-Sized Duck. Or create 5/1/1 green horse creature tokens named Duck-Sized Horse. Why doesn't this happen in Magic? Like, it's magic. You can make anything happen, even unusual crap. I mean, I guess that's why we have like what is it? Not Gigantosaur, but there's Gigantasize. There was like a cat that was like getting +10/+10. The damn draws all of a sudden getting confident. I could fight 5 duck-sized horses. Probably I could too. I might be more afraid of the ducks than the horses at that size. I'm afraid to imagine the goose to this card. Oh, that's dangerous. Has anyone ever been attacked by a goose before? I have many times. You know, something like I'm just walking down the street and this goose is just staring at me and it's beelining completely towards me. And I'm like, what do I do to that? Do I have to run across the street? What, I'm not allowed to sit on, I'm not allowed to walk down the sidewalk anymore? It's getting on its turf where it was having a super bad day. The goose would have menace. Oh yeah, for sure. Probably because they want to minimize cards that make more than one kind of creature token. No, but I'm just saying, playing around with the idea of like a 5/5 green bird. Like, obviously, it's a gigantic bird that dwarfs other things. I mean, maybe we do sort of. You know, a 1/1 squirrel apparently is just as powerful as a 1/1 human, which doesn't make any sense. The squirrel has no chance versus me, and I'm not a particularly strong human, in my opinion. I think a lot of people would agree. I don't know. Would anyone bet on the squirrel versus me? No, I'm going to win. Unless the squirrel has rabies. And we have big birds now, aka the chocobos. That's true, but those birds are normally big. This is a duck. This duck is usually small. It's a small creature. Where's my small sound effect? It's supposed to be tiny. Okay, it's a cool card. For 5 mana, it's an interesting conversation piece, that's for sure. Trent Sims, thank you so much for your super chat. The theme in indie game this time, Stanley employee. What the hell does that mean? Stanley employee 427. And the office. Is it here? Is that the office? No, that's okay. It's a separate card. Stanley employee 427 has a bucket. Is sick of work, I suppose. 3 mana, 2/4 human citizen. The parable Whenever Stanley enters or attacks, venture into the office. Oh no! Enter the first room or advance to the next room. That's probably broken. Hug the bucket. Pay 1. Sacrifice an untapped treasure you control. Choose a color. Stanley gains protection from the chosen color until end of turn. If you've completed a dungeon, put a +1/+1 counter on Stanley. Okay, I'll quickly look at... I'm just going to look at the first room. You can't enter this dungeon unless you venture into the office. Create a tap treasure token. So we immediately get a treasure for this. It's probably broken. So you can basically mana ramp yourself into this, like playing with Mox, Chrome Mox, for example. Lose a card, play Stanley, and then immediately get the mana back, even though it's not permanent. I think what, you gain 2 life and draw a card. Stanley is busted. Okay, the Stanley is busted. Okay, let me rephrase this. Stanley is busted in 1v1 Magic, but Stanley is fine, 100% fine in Commander. I should make that clarification. Like, they banned that plume, what is it? Something plume something. The 3-mana white dungeon card in Legacy. That thing's completely banned. And it, like, I wouldn't say it broke Vintage, but like it was a breakout deck in the Vintage when it first came out. This is a reference to Stanley Parable video game. Never heard of it? Never played Stanley Parable? You're missing out. I have to spend a lot of time playing this game. I can't betray this game so easily. And we also have to look at The Office. For your second card. Yeah, so for the record, the Stanley card. Oh, this is both? Hold on, this is all in the same card? Is it? Oh, this is the Office card. Well, then we have to read the whole thing. Okay, so second level employee, you get the Employee Lounge to gain 2 life. Then you also have Broom Closet, detain target creature. It's funny, then you go back into the regular boss's office to draw a card, and you surveil 2. Control Room, destroy target artifact, or escape route to deal 2 damage to any target. And reload, draw 2 cards, untap 2 target lands, and you may venture into the office. Unbelievable. White Plume Adventurer. Yeah, that's the card I'm thinking of. So I would be very unhappy. I'd be very unhappy to see this card being printed. Would hate it. Would just wreck. It's probably not as good as White Plume Adventurer. I could be wrong though. It's more dirtly, but more value. Too many words, not enough card. Well, the card does a lot. Same thing as White Plume Adventurer. The same thing. Yeah, the Office is. I missed. The Office is the dungeon. It's a typical dungeon for everyone who's on that 9 to 5 grind. Am I right? Give a thumbs up though if you like your dungeon, the dungeon you go to every day. All right, next up, let's take a look at. By the way, this dungeon I think it's pretty fair because it doesn't actually wail on me. The other dungeons do. The damn draws with Scour the Archives and Rummage. Just out of curiosity, have we hit anything on our bingo card? Oh, there was a can't get rid of this card. That flavor, that stupid insect. So we got that. Okay, moving on. We've got Scour the Archives. This is definitely came from an AI show. Blue X, instant, scry X, then draw that many cards. This is Super Power Crept Brain Geyser. Super Power Crept Brain Geyser. Oh, you want to get the wordy card? Last card was pretty wordy, wasn't it? We have a lot of wordy cards. I did have to lean in a little bit to read them. Whoops. So this is just strictly... Okay, so when I think of Stroke of Genius, which is 3 mana, just draw X cards. Brain Geyser, which is 2 mana. At sorcery speed, draw X cards. This is probably the best card of its effect ever. Like, ever. And I just have to make mention that nobody plays those other cards. So maybe this one is fine. Like, what do we got to do to make, like, blue X playable everywhere, you know? Do you need to cross off the free space? Only when I need to. I'm gonna keep it around. I like to keep it around. So Scour the Archives. I would be interested. This is probably pushing it, but we don't have like a tournament playable or a mass playable. Like we don't have any like draw X card that is like this is a must include in every deck. But you have to play Stroke of Genius. You have to play Sphinx's Revelation. Would be a very strong tournament card right off the bat, but still you have to pay a lot of mana for it. And I would say, so like these days, 3 mana usually gets you 2 cards, 4 mana gets you 2, and this does that or less. And then like at 5 mana getting you 3 is probably okay. Should be draw half X. No, that would make it really bad. I think that would push it into like just unplayable territory. Because then you would have to like you pay 4 mana to scry 1. Because we have cards already that are pay 4, scry 2, draw 2. Those cards already exist. I'm gonna say this is innovative. This is a good card. I'd be interested to see how that would play in actual tournament Magic. Rummage for red X instant. Discard X cards, then draw up to as many cards that were discarded plus 1. Discard X cards. So we have to pay to discard the X, then draw. So it's like a staple for Dredge, but it's expensive too. So basically, it's literally Rummage. I was about to say this is the Rummage effect. You're literally labeled it. I have no idea how this would get broken because it's actually not mana efficient at all. It's mana inefficient. For 3 mana, I don't even know anyone wants to wait that long for this. Discard X cards. Like even for 1 red mana, I can't discard anything, so this has to be fair. This is probably unplayable as it is. Okay, it's instant speed. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm comparing this too much to sorcery speed cards. Maybe this is a lot better than I think it is. I want Rummage to be real for my Captain Howler Commander deck. Didn't that Rakdos Dragon Dinosaur count towards the 10 CMC space? Oh, you are... oh, yeah, it was. Okay, it was like 9 mana plus a Phyrexian. You're correct. Correctamundo. Okay. Cool card. Next up, 4 Paths of Life. The Metaphys Ragnarok asks to create MTG variants of Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes, so here's the first 2. Okay. Let's see. Metaphys Ragnarok. Okay, I got here. Friend asked to create MTG variants. But that's funny because it's honestly not that original. We've got so many Yu-Gi-Oh cards on this show over the years. Millions. But they want to see your Yu-Gi-Oh take. Metaphys Ragnarok. 3 mana, 3/2 Dragon Spirit Tuner. When it enters, you may exile the top 3 cards of your library. It gains +1/+1 for each dragon, spirit, creature, or kindred card exiled this way. Simple and easy to understand. Whenever Metaphys Ragnarok deals combat damage to an opponent, you may search your library for a dragon, spirit, creature card with mana value 3 or greater. If you do, place it onto the battlefield tapped. Then shuffle. Exile it at the end of the next. Exile it at the end of next turn. I'm surprised this card doesn't say, like, you have to sacrifice 3 creatures to cast this. As an additional cost to cast the Metaphys Ragnarok, sacrifice 3 creatures. We got the TCG adaptation, of course. Where's the other TCG adaptation? What is... Oops, I don't think people saw that. There we go. The other TCG adaptation down here. What else do we have? I mean, I have nothing. I don't know the real card. I've heard of tuners, I guess. I've heard of that. If that means anything. New creature type, the tuner. All right, new creature type too. Where are we here? New creature type. That was probably had that for some other cards too. I keep clicking off this. There we go. Mana value 5 or greater. You misspoke. Oh, is there another one here? there a mana No, there is not here. Okay, sorry. I don't know the real card, so I actually can't judge how good of a conversion it is from the actual thing. But you know what? Yu-Gi-Oh! I will say this much. The cards cost nothing in Yu-Gi-Oh! So I don't understand why this one costs 3 mana. But I guess we can't be playing dragons for nothing. So this card is definitely fair. Okay, the other one. We've got Asymmetamorph. Acidomorphus. Whatever. 4 mana. It's a kindred enchantment. It's a dragon spirit. So it's got... Okay, so it's a dragon and spirit as its kindred enchantment type. Pay 1. Exile a dragon, spirit, creature, or kindred card from your hand. Draw a card. Activate only once a turn and only as a sorcery. So we can... It's basically cycle. Exile a dragon, spirit, creature, or kindred card. So we can cycle cards from our hand. Definitely fair. Whenever a dragon, spirit, creature, or kindred card you own is exiled for the first time each turn, if it is not your turn, tap all untapped creatures and untap all tapped creatures. Otherwise, put a -1/-1 counter on each creature. Neither abilities affect dragon, spirit creatures. What? Whenever a dragon, spirit, or kindred you own is exiled for the first time each turn. So you just keep like a dragon or kindred card in your hand, and you draw. It's okay. This might be broken. Oh, it's 4 mana though, but it's so strong. But you have to play with white and blue dragons, probably. Or I guess you can just be Wooburg. Tarkir already happened. You're too late to the party with the dragon cards. It's never too late for dragon cards. Look, the dragon players, they're insane for dragon cards. They'll put dragons in every set that they can. I didn't hear the name. I heard. My headphones are off. Can you read it again? The Asemetophus. I can't pronounce this thing. It means nothing to me. It looks like it's getting captured in a Pokeball. Whenever a dragon, spirit, creature, or kindred card you own is exiled for the first time each turn, it doesn't even have to be exiled with this ability. I think this, well, okay, the ability is outrageously strong. You tap all untapped creatures. So basically, declare attacks. Okay, exile a dragon from my hand. Okay, I draw a card. I get to untap all my creatures, and all your creatures are tapped. This is just insane. A card based on Yu-Gi-Oh! Being broken? Never! But it's 4 mana in a weird dragon deck. But it draws... Okay, if it didn't have this draw card ability... Oh, sorry. Activate only once a turn and only as a sorcery. Okay, so we can't break this ability on everybody else's turn. But we can maybe... Exile Dragon Speed. So we can only once a turn. Maybe it's fair. Maybe it's fair. It looks like the words asymmetric and metaphysic fused together. Probably. That's probably what they did. Okay, maybe this card is more fair than I think. Only because we can't play this on... at first I was like, okay, we're going to abuse this on someone else's turn. And maybe it still can by exiling your own dragons. Because you don't have to exile dragons with this ability. You can exile dragons with some other ability. But then you won't draw a card off of it. You only draw a card off of this ability. Okay, maybe it's fair. I give it, it's a fairsies card. It's more fair than it looks after reading it over. Raptor with the wings. It's my first time designing creatures meant for normal 1v1 magic. Wow! And it's funny because I always judge the cards based on at least one-on-one magic. Go easy on me, Bowser. The Blackened Fury, and King Boo, Vengeful Poltergeist. We got Bowser. Do I have Bowser music here? We have to play some Bowser music for a second here. Where's Bowser? Oh, this is booster music. It's not the same. Whatever. Okay, Bowser. It's a 5 mana 4/7 turtle noble because he's a king, right? I got it. Bowser, it's got haste. I never considered Bowser a particularly fast creature or a fast character in the Mario franchise. I actually thought that Bowser was super clunky. Let us be honest, he should be a dragon. Is he a dragon? I mean, I guess so. I always just still considered him a turtle. He was just a very big turtle compared to all the other turtles. The king of the small turtles. Bowser, the Blackened Fury, attacks each combat if able. That I agree with. Whenever Bowser deals damage to a creature, excess damage is dealt, divided as you choose among any number of target creatures. That makes sense to me, and also has fire breathing. So all of that makes sense. Just flavor-wise, I'm judging this on the flavor. I never thought that Bowser had haste. Which is like LOL haste. He should have extra slow and come in tapped and deals extra damage. And when you deal damage to him, some of the damage is canceled. You take damage, and if he breathes on you, destroy that. Yeah, something like that. That's very, very funny. Trample instead of haste. That could make sense. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And also, you could even say maybe if you deal damage to him with an equipment card, destroy him. I'm just trying to say because of the axe. Like it seems like he loses to equipment. Whenever Bowser is dealt damage by an equipped creature, destroy Bowser. Then we got the perfect flavor win. Now, as it is, okay, so we have let's judge it based on power level. It's a 5 mana 4/7 with haste, always attacks. This is it's just fair. I mean, like if it's not called Bowser the Blackened Fury, it's just a fair card. There's nothing wrong with a 4/7 with haste, and it's got like some weird trample over a creature and divide it as whatever you want. And the fire breathing's not like overpowering or anything like that. It's a fine mechanic. That's his plumber tools? What are you talking about? Nikachu improves a card? Nah, I didn't improve the card. I just changed the card. Just changed it. Well, he can participate in the Olympics. He's so agile. What, Bowser? Okay, next we've got King Boo, Vengeful Poltergeist. 3 mana 3/2 Spirit Noble with flying. When King Boo, Vengeful Poltergeist enters the battlefield, exile target creature. If you own the creature, return to the battlefield under your control. Otherwise, it remains exiled until King Boo leaves the battlefield. This is an absolute banger idea. Is there a single card that does this ability? You would think like they would have made that a long time ago. So it's like you have two choices. You can exile someone's creature or you can blink your own. It sounds like something that should have been made like centuries ago. But it sounds completely original. And then for 3 mana, exile King Boo from your graveyard, create a token of King Boo. Perfect. It's really perfect. Fair, neat, versatile effect. Removal has blinking synergy. Also, you kill. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't make sense that King Boo dies. You can kill King Boos, yeah, with invincibility. They're not actually invincible. These cards from Super Mario, yes. For the 5% out there that are not familiar with that, we're more into Sega Genesis and all the other Sega Genesis. Then you move from Sega to Dreamcast and Dreamcast to Xbox or PlayStation. Some people don't know the lore to Mario. I think Boo needs Flash for the blink to be more efficient. The Boos are slow. They never had Flash. They were not very quick. Can exile itself? Here's the battlefield. Exile target creature. If you own the creature, return to the battlefield under your control. Otherwise, it remains exiled until King Boo leaves the battlefield. Uh-oh! Unlimited self-blink. Okay, so this is... Okay, now we're fixing the card. We just have to word it exile target creature other than King Boo, Vengeful Poltergeist, and then the whole thing would work. Okay, Nikachu improves the card. I would say everyone gets some credit there. Yeah, I just got to reword it. Infinite entering the battlefield. It would, you know, would be actually make it fine as if you said the creature came back into play at end of turn. So like you could then keep blinking your King Boo if you really wanted to, but it'd just be a weird ETB effect. Protopon says that would be a sick commander. You would increase cast tax, but it would be worth getting with getting the token. Hard to remove for opponents. Oh, that's a good point. Very, very interesting. Okay, this is a banger card. Very cool. Okay, next up. We got Kano, the Disavowed, and Ball Lifelink. I always find that the Sultai colors are very colorful when you look at them on the color pie. So we have a hybrid Simic, a blue, or a hybrid Dimir. Human Ninja, 2/3 creature. This creature and other ninjas you control lose all their names and have ward 2? What the hell is that? What the hell is that for? Pay blue. Put a nameless creature you control at the top or bottom of its owner's library. Investigate. Then if the returned creature was attacking an opponent, cloak a card from your hand tapped and attacking that player. I don't play ninja decks, so I don't know the advantage here. What are you trying to do? Face down creatures are nameless, so they're... Ah, that's the idea. Haha. A nameless creature you control. So we can basically... So you're saying is you can morph a creature and then activate the ability. Then if the returned creature? What do you mean returned? Put a nameless creature you control at the top or bottom of the library. Investigate. Then if the returned creature was attacking an opponent, cloak a card for... I don't understand what you mean by returned. Because it just... We like got rid of the card. It's gone. It doesn't look like it's coming back. I investigated. But I didn't get no creature back, if you ask me. Okay, it lets your creatures dodge removal and get around blockers. That would break the legend rule with removing the name. So be it. So be it. There's a lot of cards that break the legend rule. Okay, I don't know. I don't understand what this card does. Then if the returned creature... Is it supposed to like put a nameless creature you control at the top or bottom of its owner's library? Then investigate? Because investigate only gives you an artifact where you have to pay 2 mana and you draw it. Returned, I think, it means the bounced creature here. Huh? I understand there's a ninjutsu mechanic. Okay, returned means the creature you put in the library. Oh, returned the card you got rid of. Then if the returned creature was attacking an opponent, cloak a card from your hand, tapped, and attacking the player. Okay, okay. Maybe you should word it like return a nameless creature you control at the... But it's weird, right? I just think you need to use a different word. If a creature is put into the library this way and it was attacking an opponent, cloak a card from your hand and blah blah blah. And I think that would be okay. A little confusing. Templating the wording is a bit odd. Yeah, if the creature that was put into the library, if it was attacking, then you cloak. There's probably some better way to explain it, that's all. Let's look at your second card. The Ball Lifelink. I think we get this card about once a year. Oh, we doing... Okay, I've never seen it with Defender. I'll give it a second super chat for giving me 2 cards. I should give you a second super chat. Sound effect. Okay, we have white for a 6/1 with Defender and Lifelink. At the beginning of the next end step, put this card From your graveyard on top of your library? Oh, at the beginning of the next end step. So we perpetually have a 6/1. So in exchange for never drawing anything except ball lifelink, we have a defender with lifelink. Oh no, but it never sacrifices itself. This is crazy. Toads is like, sold. I'm opening my wallet. Give it to me. Yeah, the defender. Ball lightning once was hell-bent on killing people. But then they changed their ways and decided it was best to defend against the evil forces, not join them. Never mill out again. Oh, that's a great point, Lil MX Doom. Yeah, we have a potentially a card, and it's at the beginning of the next end step. So you could, in theory, mill yourself completely, and not worry about decking yourself. And maybe you can actually play some other fun deck other than a Thassa's Oracle WinCon deck. There's a way around Defender. There's a few. There's a few, but also those those non-defender decks usually deal damage with their toughness, not their power, and that's pretty useless for the ball lifelink. Pretty damn useless. Sack target. Lovely little sack outlets with defender and lifelink engine. How many cards out there that would like you sacrifice this creature and it deals damage equal to its... Well, usually it doesn't count its lifelink whenever you're sacrificing it with another card. But yeah, same thing with fling. I mean, you can fling it, but you're not going to get the lifelink out of it. But you will get the card back if you really need to. Just keep stacking it back on top of your deck. Back on top of your deck. Can you fling it? This is like such a primal question for everyone. Can it be flung? Yeah, there's a color shifted ball lightning in green. And it's the same, actually. It's just triple green, haste, sack it. This is like the cat came back the very next day. Okay. Very, very doable. I have no idea who wants to play this card, but it's doable as hell. It's a great reference, a great callback to Ball Lightning. Blank page with Mesmer the Impaler. Latest card in your MTG custom MTG section. You can never tell that you're actually the latest card, though. Mesmer. There we go. Because a lot of people are still posting after you. Mesmer the Impaler. It's got an epic picture. This is a red, white, 4/4 demigod. It's got first strike. It's got vigilance. The legend rule doesn't apply to creatures you control. When Mesmer the Impaler enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. This is becoming a danger. We're only halfway reading this. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, if you control more land than that player, deal damage to that player equal to the difference. What? Soon, this is flavor text. Soon tarnished, wilt thou be taken in the jaws of the abyssal serpent, shorn of light. I think this is very powerful, but what do you guys think? What do you think? Elden Ring card? It's the freeze space. Now, it's not broken. It's just a very, very strong card. Like, get this out turn 4, draw a card off of it because you became the monarch. Of course, you're going to also be a little bit of a target. It seems very sad that when you have the advantage with mana and you have more lands than your opponent, then you get like a little bit of an extra buff to really rub it in. It's pauper legal. It's a common over here. Bro becomes the monarch for no reason. Well, they've decided to be the king. Add some stone rains to the deck and nobody will play with you. What you can do is you play this, you play Armageddon, play a land, and boom, you're online. Legendary common. Will be banned in Pauper yesterday. They'll declare for it to be unprinted. None of these abilities synergize. You know what? It's a lot of generic. There's a lot of generic like Boros vibes to this. First Strike Vigilance, for example. Well, what can we do with multiple Mesmers? Because that would be the first thing we should be thinking about. We have multiple Monarchs, but I get it doesn't stack, so that doesn't matter. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, if you control more land than that player, deal damage to that player equal to the difference. That could be very, that could like force people to be playing with more lands than they actually do if they're playing with like a ton of artifact mana. I play Wood Element. Wood Elemental, sack all your lands. This is very mana intense, and controlling more lands in white and red is hard. It'd be hard around there. And mind you, it is a double red, double white card. You can't play this thing so easily off of Soul Ring, Mana Vault, and so on. It's not going to be so difficult. White can ramp surprisingly well these days, to be honest. What, with like treasure tokens? So you could do that with treasure tokens, right? But then you may not have more lands than your opponent if you take that route. I mean, you could pair that with Smothering Tide to get a few more treasures. Yeah, but the treasures aren't counted towards the lands. Maybe this card, it's like a really strong card. It's the mishmash of Boros synergies, but actually not broken. Probably could be played. And like, we got to be serious. If you become the Monarch, people just attack you back, and you probably lose the Monarch status. I control more lands than you. Land tax is white. Yes. We got finally a good reason to be playing land tax. Although remember, it's awkward because you don't want to have more lands than your opponent, but you only need land tax to like go off, like to trigger like once or twice to really take advantage of it. Okay, cool card. Next up, we got Magostera with a double-sided card today. The Smoldering. Well, then you're supposed to donate like twice. Smoldering Hunter and Fatalis, the Black Dragon, made it fair. Okay, I'll judge. Because you're basically getting two cards here, right? Smoldering Hunter. Okay, I'll just let you know. We'll do it anyway, because I'm a nice guy. Okay, we have a 3-mana 2/2 flyer. When Smoldering Hunter enters, destroy target artifact. So long, Sol Ring! 2-mana Smoldering Hunter gets +1/+0 until end of turn. When its power becomes 6 this way, transform it. And it is transformed into a much nicer looking card. It's funny. We weren't full art, but we become full art when we flip over. We upgrade the card quality. Then we have a 6/6 Elder Dragon flying. When this permanent transforms into Fatalis, destroy a land now. Pay a red. Fatalis gets +1/+0 until end of turn. When its power becomes 20 this way, it deals 20 damage to any target. Good God. So long, the One Ring. Well, no, it doesn't exile though. You can't destroy. Remember, the One Ring is indestructible. Can only be destroyed within the fiery pit of Mount Doom in Mordor. I think I just became scaly seeing that art. You like the dragons? We have a lot of dragon cards today. I'm telling you, people. Dragons makes wizards a lot of money. We finally have a reason to spend our 20 mana. That's correct. We have finally a way to spend that Smothering Tithe mana. I think actually it's a nice card. I really have nothing against this thing. I like that we have a very useful ETB. It's probably and we also have a little bit of a payoff to buffing something up. You know, fire breathing is not strong these days. Oh, but you know what? So I thought like this is a cool payoff for buffing it up. So when its power becomes 6, oh no, you actually made it fair. When its power becomes 6 this way, transform it. Okay, I thought you could like buff it up with like Monstrous Rage or something, and an Exalted trigger. But no, you're actually literally saying, okay, you have to do this the fair way. You have to pay 8 mana, and that's a lot of mana, by the way. Then ain't cheap. You're gonna have to max out your credit cards in order to get the second dragon on the battlefield. Yeah, it's really, really fair. And for that, this is a nice card. Okay, we're gonna move on to Matthew Green. Dono to a random Discord. Okay, we're gonna save that to the end, so I don't accidentally snipe somebody who's already donated. Brandon Hall, the Atom Smasher. Bleak Legend. Oh, what is with this font? I feel like the small words should be big and the big words should be small. Okay, this is a 7-mana Cyborg, 8/8. Ward, sacrifice a non-land, non-token permanent. Okay, so we have to sack something good. Collateral damage. When Atom Smasher, Bleak Legend deals combat damage to a player, destroy target permanent that player controls. That's insane. And then whenever a permanent an opponent controls is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on Atom Smasher, Bleak Legend. Now, mind you, it's got no trample. It's got nothing. You think this is RoboCop? That's a weird looking RoboCop. This is like RoboCop from Five Nights at Freddy's. Adam Sandler not looking well here. No, this is Atom Smasher. Which, I mean, maybe it's the same person. Adam Sandler smashed that golf ball many times. He should have trample over Rebecca. I don't get it. Where is this from? Oh, it's Cyberpunk 2077. No, I never played this game. All the fun games I've never played. It's too bad. Yeah, it's super fair. Like, it's pretty cool. If it somehow gets, like, if you don't block this thing, then, well, you deserve to have your permanent destroyed. I mean, honestly, that's not even the worst thing at this point. Getting your permanent destroyed is the least of your worries. A Cyberpunk 2077 reference? In 2025? Everyone remember everything that happened in Cyberpunk 2077. So when the year is 2077, we can compare if any of it came true. I find it weird. You know, movies and games that try to predict the future, they underpredict some. They overpredict certain things like flying cars and crap like that, but they underpredict things like even cell phones. This is from Cyberpunk. Everyone loves... We have a lot of Cyberpunk fans here. I doubt the ghost of Keanu Reeves will take over any of our bodies. Yep, true story. It would be fair if it had Menace or Death Touch. It costs 7. Oh, you want to give it Menace? Oh, Death Touch is fine. I mean, it like whatever's blocking is going to die anyway. So you can definitely put Death Touch on it. It would be completely redundant because as people keep putting permanents in the graveyard, I mean, you're just buffing this thing up. So people underpredict how degenerate things will get in the future. For the most part. You know, I look at old Spider-Man comics, or I don't look at them. Like, when I was a kid, I saw, you know, Spider-Man in the future, and like the buildings were made out of computers and all this weird crap. Anyway, we don't have any of that stuff right now. They thought energy was about to become free, but instead it was information. Ah, yes. Get off my lawn, Toads, probably. These kids with their rock and roll and interwebs. Oh, the internet is amazing. Okay. Who the F are you? That really happened in the game. All right, moving on. We've got Deck Collectors back with Unripe Disease. Sounds disgusting. Unripe Disease. This is a 7-mana instant with Cleave. Cleave? Why? Why do we have to bring Cleave back? You may cast this spell for its Cleave cost. If you do, remove words in the square brackets. These always just like mess with my head for no reason. Okay, each player sacrifices X creatures, where X is equal to the number of creatures and artifacts in your graveyard. What the hell does that mean? Okay. If you do remove words in the square brackets. So each player sacrifices X creatures where X is equal to the number of creatures. Remove the words. Okay, X the number of creatures and artifacts in your graveyard. So it doesn't count the artifacts if I pay the cleave cost? Each player exiles the top 3 cards of their library. You may cast them until the end. Oh, sorry, bracket. You see this bracket over here that we barely saw? You may cast them until the end of your next turn. Until end. You may cast them until the end of your next end step. Crazy. You may cast the spell for its cleave cost if you do remove words in square bracket. Isn't it you're supposed to remove the brackets? Misses a space between the Y of library and the bracket. I have no idea. Oh, how does cleave work? How does cleave work, MTG? I have to look this up. A cleave cost is an alternative cost that's paid instead of the spell's mana cost. Casting a spell for its cleave cost doesn't change the spell's mana value. Well, that does not help me at all. Cleave means to cut. The mechanic cuts text. The introduction of cleave was foreshadowed. I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, its cleave cost is backwards. That's it. General Ketzer, the cleave costs are only 5 mana. The standard costs are 6. No, the standard cost is 7. Oh, it's backwards. Cleave is just Sharpie cube. You're right. 100% right here. Okay, now I get it. So like that's why the cleave cost is making this worse, because in the past paying the cleave made it better. Then each creature you don't control gets +10/+10 and has reach until end of turn. All right. Doable. Confusing as hell. Very confusing. Especially that little moment where the cleave cost is cheaper than the actual card. Very cute. Because you could also have just done it the other way around. I mean, I don't know what the benefit is to having the card literally 7 mana. Maybe it gets around some cards. But you could, of course, just made it 5 mana as the regular cost, and the cleave cost was 7. You play around Chalice on 5. That's what you do for any of those people. Cleave is top tier jank. Ooh, it is a very unloved mechanic. Very, very unloved because of what it does to people's brains. I'm sure. Discussing the rules. Did we do that one already? Discussing the rules. Big time. Does it tick any space? Yes. It ticks the space where it made my brain melt for half a second. Those damn cleave cards. I think they're like, this is the type of mechanic that's never coming back because of exactly what was happening to me right now. It's just trying to wrap your head around the damn thing is not easy. It's not intuitive. It's not an intuitive mechanic. Little MX Doom, Likeness Foundry. How did they translate this in other languages? I have no idea. Although we don't print cards in many languages these days, so it's not even a problem. Likeness Foundry. Likeness Foundry is a 4-mana artifact. As this artifact enters, choose a color and a creature type. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen color and or creature type, create a 2/2 artifact creature token of the chosen color and creature type. Oh, interesting. It's like putting an order in China. I need make me a bunch of white cats. All right, we're going to churn them out. Whenever you cast a spell of the chosen color and or creature type. So basically, I just have to play white spells and I get my white cats. Or I play a cat and I get a cat. They don't print Portuguese anymore. Or they don't print most of the... I think... What are we down to? English. I think English, Spanish, Japanese. I think that's it. They like hacked off like all the languages. Yeah, this is the Temu factory. Grinning Ignis go burr. I think this is... Yeah, they got rid of French. I think well, hold on. Or no, is French and German still online? I recently got an Italian Archon of Cruelty on accident. There's no accidents in this world, Tresaru. You were meant to get that Italian Archon of Cruelty. It's going to make you the most delicious lasagna of all time. Kano says, bingo alert, creature lord for my disavowed earlier. Do we have a lord here? Oh, lord is on here. Oops. Whatever you desire, it can be created here. I think there's a lot. I think this is a sweet build around card where you have the possibilities are endless. You just keep churning out. You have to build around. You do have to build around this card, but as you keep playing spells, you make like a bunch of 2/2 creatures. We still have no it dangers. Not really. Now on the freebie section, it was like just a bunch of sort of janky cards, to be honest. I want an army of blue hedgehogs. You know, you sort of look like your avatar looks like Robotnik a little bit. And Robotnik was a general. General Eggman. Would you play this in Merfolk? No. This is a funsy card. I don't think this card by any means is OP or anything. I could be wrong. Did you see my fact about Likeness Foundry? No, I don't see. Whatever you desire, it can be created here. I don't see any other text surrounding this card. Fildegriff Army, let's go! Okay, so this is a pretty sweet card overall. Okay, we have a little MX Doom has linear equation cannon. That's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. And here come the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Yu-Gi-Oh cards that probably don't translate well to Magic the Gathering. 3 mana, instant. Choose a number from 1 to 6. Then choose a creature an opponent controls. Multiply the creature's mana value, by the chosen number. Add the number of non-land, non-token permanents that creature's owner controls. If the result is equal to the number of cards in your graveyard, mill cards equal to the number you choose. Then shuffle all non-land permanents you don't control into their owner's libraries. Otherwise, you lose life equal to twice the number you choose. I think this is just nonsensical. I don't even know what it meant in the middle of it. Multiply the creature's mana value by the chosen number. Add the number of non-land token permanents that creature's owner controls. That sentence by itself doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know if that was a grammar problem. I don't know if that was like a lost in translation problem. It's probably we at least to learn grammar. I think Little MX Doom knows grammar. Probably then instead of the. Then add the number of non-land, non-token permanents that creature's owner controls. I don't even know what that does, though, is the biggest problem. Nolan, you need to create a space. You need Excel in order to use this card. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't make these things. I don't make the bingo cards. I just use them. I think it should be then, not that. Okay, we solved it. It actually was... We need more space. More space to put the N in there. Were there any words in that? It was tons of words. It makes you do math. That's what it does. Why are we choosing the number? Can anyone let me know like what this card does in the end? Does it actually destroy creatures? Otherwise, you lose life equal to twice its power. And shuffle all non-land permanents you don't control into their owner's libraries. Okay, I think this qualifies as for Yu-Gi-Oh player, it rules. As a Magic player, no. It's just give headache. Just create brain jam. Power is trying to come on microwave blinked. Who does make bingo cards out of curiosity? You guys. You, by all means, Matthew Green, if you would like to make your own bingo card, submit it in the Discord, and maybe it can be part of the custom card show. If you get the equation right, you shuffle everything you don't control into the decks. Well, why don't you just say that? Anyway, this card's too confusing for me. It's too confusing for the game. If they literally make this card in Yu-Gi-Oh, I think that's a barrier to the game in general. We got Rooney Rockman with a long time no super chat. My card is under that ain't Falco. Except it is Captain Falco. Falcon Punch. 4 mana, 3/2, human pilot mercenary. I didn't know he was a mercenary. First strike, start your engines. Captain Falcon and vehicles crewed by Captain Falcon get +X+0, where X is your speed. Oh, good God. Max speed. Whenever a vehicle crewed by Captain Falcon would deal combat damage to a player, you may remove it from the game. When you do, you may have Captain Falcon deal damage equal to twice his power to any target. Where is Captain Falcon from? Like, what's the game? Like, I honestly don't know Captain Falcon. I only know Captain Falcon through Smash Brothers. And it's funny, I look up Captain Falcon on Google, and it's just a bunch of it's just Smash Brothers like imagery for the most part. People don't even know where this guy came from. What's the OG game? It's a racing game. Oh, this is the F-Zero guy. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that is a huge flavor win. I am very appreciative of that flavor win. Yeah, I'm familiar with F-Zero. I guess the problem is you never really see the guy. You know, you just see a bunch of cars or whatever. Yeah, we do, you don't. Correct. Okay, I'm familiar with F-Zero. I've heard of that one. This guy is weirdly dressed, I think, for a racing game. Or maybe not. What's with the shoulder pad? We need shoulder pads when you're racing in a car. For the most part. Yeah, F-Zero, but most people know him from Smash. I know. I get the feeling. I get the same vibes with Ness and Lucas. I think most people have no idea where those two characters came from, but they keep showing up in all the Smash Brothers. So people just keep remembering that these are two characters. Shoulder pads for his captain title. Yeah. When you're the captain, you need shoulder pads. If you're driving at 500 kilometers an hour, I'd want any padding I can get. Maybe. I mean, I guess so. I'm trying to think. Like, at 500 kilometers an hour, I think you're just dead if you hit anything. For the most part. His most recent game is a battle royale racing game. Oh, is that the? Yeah, that's the 100 player thing, right? It's pretty sick. Yeah, I mean, Lord Magicus, my head mod, I believe, loves playing that thing. Ness is from Earthbound, that's correct. And Lucas is from Mother 3. Like the fact that you play Earthbound music. That's right. And speaking of Earthbound, we should have more Earthbound music. Let's see. There we go. In honor of Ness, we need Earthbound music. We don't have enough Earthbound music around here. Okay, we got to Earthbound it up. And also in the spirit of Captain Falcon. Do I have any racing music here for Captain Falcon? Not really, unfortunately. The racing music is a little too fast-paced for most people. I love how Ness is from Earthbound, but Lucas not at all. Well, okay, technically Earthbound is Mother 2. And Lucas is from Mother 3, so it's from that trilogy. Okay, let's get back to Captain Falcon. We've sidetracked a little bit too much here. First strike, start your engines. So it's a huge flavor win. Now, how much better can we make? Start your engines was a huge flop, by the way. It was terrible. So maybe we can make it good here. Captain Falcon, and vehicles crewed by Captain Falcon get +X+0, where X is your speed. To be honest, I don't think we're abusing the mechanic any better. Max speed. Whenever a vehicle crewed by Captain Falcon would deal combat damage to a player, you may remove it from combat. When you do, you may have Captain Falcon deal damage equal to twice his power to any target. I mean, it's doable. It's doable. I don't think it breaks Start Your Engines. Start Your Engines, I think, is still a super clunky mechanic. Mother 3 release date, never. Quite the shame. No, it came out in Japan. Okay, so, yeah, oh yeah, show me your moves. It's taunt. Okay, so I will say this is, I mean, it's just a doable card. I would encourage you to try to break Start Your Engines, because this is a super cluunky. It's a super clunky, underwhelming mechanic, and probably could do. We could try to break this thing. Okay, next up, Elixir with Orizio. Orizio, it's a flailing warlord. For 1 red, it's a 2/2. Indestructible? How the hell is this going to be fair? Pay 1, put a +1/+1 counter on Orizio. Any player may activate this ability. Oh, I see. Okay, so also we can pay 1, put a -1/-1 counter on Orizio. Any player may activate this ability. You should maybe say it should be activated at sorcery speed. I have a feeling at instant speed this doesn't matter. Like, there's so many games where people are just like, okay, I have 2 mana, pass, and then they'll just kill. Oh, I guess they will attempt to kill this thing, but like, what are you gonna do? Defend it? I barely missed the release of the new MTG set there. Are you talking about like the Final Fantasy set? Oh, or are you talking about the speed the speed mechanic it came from? Speed mechanic should have been a flavor neutral, probably. So what is this going to do in Commander, essentially? In Commander, it is just going to be an annoying blocker for the first few turns, and then it's just going to be sent to the graveyard. He's dying and surviving at instant speed, fighting ghosts. Fighting ghosts to stay alive. Japan? Well, oh, you mean the samurai outfit? Okay, I mean, it's an interesting card. I don't know if it's worth it to protect and defend it against people's removal, but at the same, like, 'cause it's so easy to kill. I'm wondering, what if it was like a 2/4, or is that broken? Because all it takes is 2 mana. It's not even attacking for anything, and if you attack someone, they'll be like, okay, just shrink the damn thing. You can sink all your mana. Wait, do you know what? I'm curious to see how this would play out. Let's say you have a lot of mana really quickly, and you sink all your mana every single turn, every turn into this thing. It could get relatively big, and it would demand the table to help team up and kill the thing off. The +1 counters should be at sorcery, but negative counters should be fine at instant speed. I think it'd be fine either way. It's funny, if you have infinite mana, then you win. No one can compete with you. Steve Cooper's like, in red ritual colors? Ah, yeah. I mean, let's be serious. Let's say you play this on turn 1. The board can have it dead immediately. It's like, even if they divide it out amongst all the players. If I have infinite mana, I would prefer to have Kinnan. Yeah, but you don't have Kinnan. You have Orizio, the flailing warlord. Okay, interesting card. This is the type of card that'd be interesting to see how it plays out. Okay, let's divide up the super chats. We have Sivart with my dad. What does that mean? Based on real life events. Which one's your dad? This is... Oh, here we go. My dad my dad beats up your dad. That's funny. Yeah, my dad can take on your dad anytime. 4 mana. Did anyone get that when they were a kid? I didn't. Mostly because I don't think anyone knows their dad. Like, you're at school, it's not like everyone sees their dad pick them up all the time. Okay, anyway, we have a 4 mana star human father. Pay a green tap. My dad fights target creature. It should be like my dad fights target creature, target dad creature, or some crap like that. You know, dad should be like a creature type. My dad's power and toughness are each equal to the highest power and highest toughness among other creatures on the battlefield +1. Equal to the highest powers. Yeah, so like, okay, however big your dad is, my dad is at least a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. I still say that to people over voice chat in games. Well, my dad can beat up your dad. No, my dad already has broken knees and a weak heart already. Too much fighting. Too much fighting in his day. Getting milk removal spell that exiles him and make a milk token. What? My dad went to get some food tokens and I never saw him again. A tree took out some power lines. LOL. Oh, that sounds bad, Toads. Yeah, this is maybe a little bit more common as we get older. My dad will sue your dad. Back in the day, like, we thought the best thing that a dad could do was beat up the opposing dad. Now we sue other dads. But what happens with TEO dad on the battlefield? What does that mean? Jeff says, now I'm wondering what my mom would do. Just watch it. Hey, look. Sometimes men gotta duke it out, all right? In the name of our kids demanding that they defend the family honor. We need a Yo Mama card. I don't know if we do. Oh, what happens to dad what happens with 2 dads on the battlefield? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, well, I thought this was America. We could fight other dads around here. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was America. Okay, funny card. It's very funny. It's probably fine. It only increases the power, not necessarily. Oh, my dad's toughness is equal to the highest power. Yeah, so if you fight, like, your dad actually could end up going down with the other dad at the same time. Majra, I love Deltarune. I gotta play that. Okay, Chris, the Caged Soul. Damn, I'm not gonna get this reference. Chris, the Caged. I'm a huge Undertale fan. Loved the game. Played it. Okay, 4 mana, 3/3 Human Knight, Vigilance Reach. When Chris enters, exile your hand face down, then draw that many cards. You may look at them at any time. At the beginning of each upkeep, you may exchange the cards exiled with Chris with your hand. Oh, so you can keep swapping hands for the turn. That's massive card advantage. I mean, that's insane. I mean, you basically have 2 hands. Now, you don't get the full combination of cards, but at the beginning of each upkeep, you choose to swap them around. I mean, it's almost like it's very... I would actually say that this is borderline... Oh, no, it does have to be on the battlefield. When Chris enters, exile your hand face down, draw that many cards, you may look at... It's very close to Memory Jar. Like, Memory Jar is a banned card. Why does it have Reach as blue? Someone's asking the real questions here. Protopon, that's a good question. Now, the one thing that saves this card is that it's a creature. So it is a creature. Yeah, it's risking removal. That's the big difference. Also, you only get to choose this at the beginning of each upkeep, and then you're stuck with those cards. But, I mean, if this thing stays on the battlefield, it's going to be really strong. Maybe it's okay. Maybe. Sorcery speed. I don't know why it has vigilance and reach. These are both very weird mechanics on a blue card for the most part. It would be better with prowess. Maybe. Well, I mean, I'm sure this is for flavor. I don't know what the true... I don't know if this is an even better flavor win. Can attack flying enemies in the game. Yes, or not attack, but block. Oh, is that what it is? This character attacks the flying enemies? Okay, that makes some sense. Are they an archer or something? What happens to the exiled card when Chris leaves the battlefield? They're just gone. Goodbye, say goodbye to those cards, and they're not coming back. And when you play, if I understand correctly, if you play another Chris, it's not, the new Chris isn't going to recognize old Chris's old cards in exile. Okay, True North loves it. All right, it's a Zyber card. Pretty cool. Yeah, they just stay exiled. So if you're afraid of this thing having massive card advantage, just kill the damn thing. You just gotta shoot it down. All right, next up, let's take a card from Surefire Selves with the Mirrored Fate. That sounds like a real Magic card. Is there really no card called Mirrored Fate? Okay, doesn't exist. Black, black, blue, blue, 3 generic. Sorcery. For each creature on the battlefield, each other player creates a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's an illusion in addition to its other types, and has when this creature becomes the target of a spell or ability, sacrifice it. What is this gonna do? What is this? This is gonna be crazy. Also, if you have no creatures in play, this is nuts, because you're all of a sudden going to have a giant board and you're going to contribute to nothing. Oh yeah, I was thinking of Shared Fate probably. Oh yeah, this art is pretty cool. Very nice art. Art and name is very authentic. This is actually just a 10 out of 10 card. The art, the name, the flavor, it's all perfect. And I don't think it's broken. This with Phage, though? Well, it would kill you. Oh, are you talking about, like, if you get a Phage on the battlefield? Sounds pretty clunky, but yeah, you can make that work. Each other what there isn't a player defined to have other player? Yeah, no, like, other players. Everyone else. So for each creature on the battlefield, each other player creates a token that's a copy of that creature. So if player B has a Deathrite Shaman, then player A, C, and D get a Deathrite Shaman. Let's say I have Thragtusk in play. Then everyone except me gets a Thragtusk. Would be funny if someone submitted an obscure real card as a custom card. It has a typo. The card is supposed to say each player that doesn't own that creature. Oh. For each creature on the battlefield, each other player creates a token. Well, honestly, I understood it very well. So, I mean, if that technically makes it clear, then fine. But I understood it pretty intuitively otherwise. Finally, I've misread the card correctly. I've misread the card to understanding the card. Not reading the card understood the card today. Each player other than its controller. Okay, I like it. What does this remind me of? It reminds me of that card where it's like target creature, you get a copy of target creature. No, exile target creature and you get a copy of it. That's what it reminds me of. But in this case, everyone's going to get a copy of everything. Yeah, Fractured Identity. Very Fractured Identity vibes. Kalia, welcome. Naruto. Oh my god. Okay, this is going to hit the... We do have an anime. It's enough for a double-sided transform. Oh yeah, we got seven. Was it pounds? 750. Sounds good. You got it. I didn't even recognize it. Naruto. Is Sigil a real type? Will be now. Okay, it's 2 mana for a 2/1 ninja. Haste. Why do we have so many words? Is Naruto even a ninja? Art of the Shadow Clone. Whenever Naruto attacks, create a token that's a copy of Naruto tapped and attacking, except it isn't legendary. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies as a result of a spell or ability you didn't control, or by taking damage, exile Naruto Uzumaki, Aspiring Ninja, then return to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. If you do, sacrifice all creatures named Naruto Uzumaki, Aspiring Ninja. All right, we're going to transform into this thing. Is he a monster? Did he turn into a cat? Is that, oh, it's a fox. Fox demon ninja called Naruto, cloaked in the chakra of the nine-tailed fox. It's a 4/5 haste, menace, first strike, reach, pay 2, regenerate Naruto. This is like the least ninja I've ever seen. It doesn't even have ninjutsu. Didn't Naruto fail ninja school? I mean, that maybe that explains why there's no ninjutsu. Protopon says you should do a one-time stream special on old cards that never got a reprint and should. Things that aren't game-breaking but interesting and doable. Probably we should do that. That actually sounds fine. Or just cards that never got reprinted and see how bad they are. I like that. Cards that never got reprinted. Oh, I gotta write that somewhere. Ugh. Cards never got reprint. Cool. I like that idea. Okay, Naruto needs Myriad for the clones. Oh, that's interesting. I never watched Naruto, so I can't really speak for the flavor. Oh, it's very flavorful. Like, it's perfect. Okay, so hold on. Where is... We've got the anime card space. The anime space. Whoops, the anime space has been chosen. Okay. Second side is like it's fine. The first side is what needs to be judged because it's a 2-mana 2/1, so it attacks immediately, and whenever Naruto attacks, create a token that's a copy of Naruto. So basically, for 2 mana, we attack for 4 damage. Honestly, broken. It's probably broken here. This probably should be like a 1/2 creature. Whenever it attacks, create a token that's a copy, tapped and attacking. 2 mana, deal 4 damage. Why would I even want to flip this damn thing? Oh, 5+ words in the other name. It's true. All right, we got another on the bingo card. Yeah, honestly, I think this thing's broken just by itself. I think it's too strong just for the this haste and making a copy immediately of itself. And then if they die, exile Naruto. Oh, that's crazy. It is very strong. I would say this would get banned in Modern. I would say it would get banned in Standard, banned in Modern, banned probably everywhere. I mean, it does have the upside that it's a 2/1 creature. That's the only upside that we have. And what's funny is if you kill any of, like, if you kill any copies, then no, only the original will flip. The tokens can't flip. It can't trigger if a clone dies. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies as a result of a spell or ability you didn't control. Isn't the whole idea if a clone dies? Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, exile Naruto, the Aspiring Ninja, then return to the battlefield transformed. Yeah, so like if your clones die, it's fine. I feel a 1/2 is also more fitting as Naruto is rather enduring than overly strong as a base kid. Yeah, so 2/1, too strong. But if it's a 1/2... Oh, it says non-token. Well, you know what? When the stream gets to 2 hours, we get to the 2-hour mark, my brain starts to melt down. Look at that. We got people who don't normally talk in chat getting in there. It says non-token Nikachu. Okay, we gotta focus. I gotta focus. Gotta keep my eye on the prize here. Are copies not tokens? No, they're tokens. They're tokens. No, I had a brain fart there. like as I do every show, every single time. Yeah, yeah, I gotta lock in. I could do this. It's a simple stream. I just have to read the cards and give it some evaluation and then move on. I do have to lock in. We get the Nikachu can't. Nikachu can't read. Oh no, I can't use that super chat. That one's exclusively for when we get a bingo. Okay, so yeah, as worded, not disqualified, but I think it's OP. If it was a 1-2, easily fine. I would be very cautious. Like, if you get this thing out on turn, say 1 somehow with like Gemstone Caverns, and you attack for 4, and then the next turn, and don't like the copies trigger. So you attack for 4, then you attack for 8. It's just insane. It's just insane. You can just throw them at your opponent's creatures, no problem. They wouldn't even care. So yeah, this is a pretty damn strong card. Okay, next up, we got Elixir with the Bog Pit Gnawer. Bog Pit Gnawer. This is a 4-mana 2/2 elemental rat. When Bog Pit Gnawer enters, you may exile a non-land permanent card from your graveyard. If you do, exile target permanent that shares a permanent type with the exiled card. Okay, when it enters, you may exile a non-land permanent card from your graveyard. If you do, exile target permanent that shares... Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so you exile something from your graveyard, you get to exile something that's actually on the battlefield. I think that's a pretty good trade. What's a oh yeah, it's not a gnawer, it's a gnawer. Oh, it gnaws. So what's a gnawer? So, like something that gnaws on something. Do you have like a pet that like chews on something? That's gnawing. Like they maybe they chew on the leg of your chair or the leg of a couch and it's starting to like wear away. That's what gnawing is. If you gnaw enough on something, then well, eventually it breaks. Yeah, it's like nibbling. It's sort of like nibbling. A little bit naughty around here, yeah. Yeah, that's it. The time melts his body. You have some leg there, Toads. The fleshes have been reached. The fleshes have been reached. Do we have a bingo card for that? I know this is a custom card. The flesh has been reached. For anyone that doesn't know, when a card gets exiled from the graveyard by the card, the fleshes have been reached. Very doable. Is it a beaver? No, it's a rat. Literally says rat. Are beavers a form of rat? That's a good question. I gotta look that up on Google. Are beavers a rat? No, beavers are not rats. While both are rodents, I didn't even know a beaver is a rodent. Beavers are in the family of Castordae, while rats are in the family of Muridae. Beavers are much larger than rats and have distinct physical characteristics, like a flat, padded-like tail and large incisors. I get it, I understand. But they sort of rat-like, too, at the same time. Beavers are kind of like fat rats. Totally agree. Okay. I know we talked more about gnawing and beavers more than talking about the rat, but it still is a very, very cool card. I mean, it's very doable. It honestly could be probably less mana. Probably could have been 3. Like 3 mana destroy something by exiling something from your graveyard, like conditionally. Like this is sort of. I understand that this is very versatile. You can hit enchantments, planeswalkers, yada yada. But like, I think it could cost less than a Chupacabra, if you know what I mean. Okay, let's move on to Majra. Thank you very much, Majra. Let's see what kind of super chat sound effect I'll give you. I'll give you this one. The Dance of Blood and Steel. Dance of Blood. Kara Narita. This has been made while writing a fanfic that I use with MTG lore with your spin on it. Okie dokie. Dance of Blood. And it's a battle card. Does it have a second side to it? 3 mana for 5 loyalty. It's a sigil battle. When this battle enters, search your library and or graveyard for an artifact card, reveal it, and put it into your hand. If you searched your library this way, shuffle. Ah. Okay, so we have a tutor for at least an artifact. Also, it can bring it back from the graveyard, which is very versatile. Then, during your turn, equipment you control that aren't attached are creature... During your turn, equipment you control that aren't attached, I think, to our creature in addition to their other types with power and toughness, each equal to their mana value. Okay, so you have a 3 mana equipment, you have a 3/3 creature. They have reconfigure for 2 mana, and as long as they're not attached, change equip creature in its text to this creature. I think outside of this card being a little bit confusing, it's going to be fair, like super fair. No, what's weird is like, is it going to retain the abilities of the equipment? Like if I attack with a Sword of Fire and Ice, do I get to deal... Are they considered equipped to themselves? Equipment you control that aren't attached to creatures in addition to their other types with power and toughness, each equal to their mana value. They have reconfigure of 2 mana. As long as they're not attached, change equipped creature in its text to... Oh, I see. Okay, you actually say that. So change equipped creature to this creature. So basically you are letting the equipment attack as though they are a creature. You know, this is funny. This is funny. This is a like really long-winded way to make our equipment creatures, sentient beings. Somehow I'd feel like this should be like a heavy blue card. Yeah, they have the effect that you're supposed to grant. I missed that. The you swapped equipped creature to this creature at the end. Funny stuff. All right, for all the equipment players out there, you're represented by Majra, making your jank equipment playable jank. That will actually playable. Go from jank to something else. Okay, let's get Torn. I can't tell if you under-contributed, but I think probably it's fine. Redo! What is Redo? I love the art. Okay, blue, instant. Counter target spell. If it is countered this way, the spell's controller creates a copy of the spell and may choose new targets for the copy. Draw a card. Wow! Let's try that again. What does it do, though? So we're going to counter the spell, and then they get a copy. Couldn't they just do the same thing all over again? Oh, it will screw some cards over, right? So it screws over like X damage spells. What else does the screw over? Trying to think. No, it's technically not useless. So if let's say someone fireballs you for 20, you can go redo, and then all of a sudden the card goes back on the stack, but has no X anymore because you don't get the same. You get the spell, but it won't recognize X anymore. Yeah, maybe it screws kicker. Screws if you cast it from your hand spells. That's true. Yeah. Well, but the problem... Okay, no, I would say it doesn't, because if you cast it from your hand... Oh, like if it resolves and it says if you cast... Okay, that's fine, yeah. Because there's some cards that are like Bloodbraid Elf with Cascade. So you cast it from your hand, you're gonna get the Cascade trigger like no matter what. Imagine doing this to Phage. Yeah, I guess so. Do is screw tiered spells? Huh? Oh, does it screw tiered spells? Probably, yeah. It probably does. Yeah, tiered spells. That's interesting. This is a great card. And we draw a card off of it. So, I mean, worst case scenario, you can, like, just, cycle it off of a random card that someone plays. So, this is a really nice card. Because you think it's useless at first, but then you start thinking, oh no, it actually has some like niche application. And it's really cheap too for 1 mana. Would you counter your own spell if it got countered so it resolves? Oh, that's really good. That's a great idea. Yeah, it can be a fantastic response to somebody countering your own crap. So it's like if I play a spell, someone tries to counter my spell. Well, in response, I can redo my own spell. It's basically like a super remand. Because people used to remand their own spells in response to counter spells all the time. And in this case, instead of... We still draw the card, and instead of the card going back to our hand, it's actually just getting replayed immediately. Yeah, hates on kicker. Nikachu, you seem to misunderstand rules. A copy of a spell with X has the same X. Same with extra cost like kicker. Is it? If it is countered this way, the spell's controller creates a copy of the spell and may choose new targets. Oh, if that's true, then right, well, it's very sheepish for me. Okay, then what the hell can we do with this thing? Okay, kicker and modal spells are set at cast and are copied. Damn! Okay. We have been corrected. This all of a sudden is... It's going into Titanic territory. Okay, so we can still counter our own spells. That's still good. That works out. Mikey J is in the house. Welcome, Mikey J. I go out on the balcony a little bit more often because it's warm outside. Okay, now what can we do with this card? So we almost all the interactions we were talking about, it don't work. Phage still kills you. Okay, so it still hurts the cards where if it were cast from your hand, it should say cast a copy of that spell. Fun thing to do, cast redo targeting your own spell, then cast another redo targeting your own redo. So long, Majra. Thanks for your cards. Counter your own redo and deck yourself. No, that wouldn't do anything. So you counter your own redo, and then you read the first redo resolves, you draw, and the second redo goes on the stack, and then you copy one other card. You can't copy your own card. What about the strive mechanic? Does it screw with that? I don't know. I don't know what this card does anymore. Okay, at the very least, you can counter your own spells. Spells controller creates a copy of the spell and may choose new targets for the copy. Maybe it is more of a political spell. Good political spell. Otherwise, it's just a way to dig for a better answer. I mean, okay, so I can imagine in Commander there's some other purposes. Let's say player A plays some bomb sorcery against player B. And then player B responds with something to maybe not counter, but just like make the card obsolete or useless. And then you agree, hey, I'll play redo on your card so you can attack player C. And so that could work. So like there is some political nonsense with it. I think it's just to redo if you got countered or if a target became illegal to try to remove an opponent gives protection. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that works. So maybe it's just specifically to be played on your own spells. Maybe that's the only point of this card. Either way, great conversation piece. Lovely design. Next up, we've got Kalia of the Vast. Naruto. Oh no, I did this one. Okay, so that means we're now at the point we're going to donate to a random post on Discord. Okay, let's donate to a rando. Woo! Where it stops, I don't know. All right, Thusa, congratulations. You got a donation. We have March 7th. This is a 2-mana, 1/3 human archer. When March 7th enters, put a shield counter on another creature. You can even put on your opponent's creatures. Whenever a shield counter is removed from a permanent you control, March 7th deals 3 damage to target creature. Pay 3, tap, put a shield counter on another target creature. This sounds like a huge buff. So like the shield counter protects you from a bunch of nonsense. There's a bingo from new non-creature subtype. Bingo from new non-creature. New non-creature. Oh, that gives us a bingo. Sorry, because we have, well, okay, this is the free space. We might have had some slightly danger cards. Okay, we got at least one bingo here. So we'll throw out a freebie for anyone. I didn't do the second. Oh, is there a oh shoot, that was a second Naruto super chat. Oh, I thought we did that one already. Okay, Kalia, give me the card. Give me the card again. Let me know in chat. It's gone. Or hold on, can I find it? Okay, it's actually not very far. Okay, I see it here. Naruto, Hero of the Hidden Leaf. I was like, I thought we did the Naruto card already. Naruto. Okay, whatever. I'll find it. Naruto Hero of the Hidden. Okay. I got you back, Callie. I got you back. Thanks, chat. Where would we be without chat? Because sometimes, actually, all show I've been forgetting to, because I have the option to like check off super chats that have been submitted, so I can clear them from like from a list of super chats. And I just thought I forgot to clear your super chat because I was forgetting all day today. Okay, what do we say about this card? Okay, 2 mana, 1/3, very weak on stats, but seems to be very strong on synergy. You can put the shield counter. Obviously, you're going to put on your own creatures, but so it's going to make it hard. It's going to be really punishing to get rid of those creatures, because not only are they going to burn removal, because you can remove the shield counter to protect your creature, but then you're going to deal 3 damage to other creatures. But this is super clunky. The ability is clunky. It's a 1/3 creature, even for 2, is just very weak stats. So the upside to giving the shield counters I actually think is super fair. Good stuff. Fair, good card. Okay, now let's look up Kalia the Vast's Naruto, Hero of the Hidden. Hero of the Hidden Leaf. Okay, this is... You're getting away with too many double-sided cards. Okay, this is the last time. Well, you had two of them back-to-back. They're supposed to count as 2 separate cards, Kalia. Okay, we have 5 mana. What the hell is this? What? No, God, what is all these words? Why did we invent this thing? Okay, we're gonna lean in for bedtime story. Flash, split second, and reach. When Naruto, Hero of the Hidden Leaf, enters the battlefield, put 2 Ran Shuriken counters on him. Raisin Gan Barrage. When Naruto, Hero of the Hidden Leaf, enters or attacks, create a 4/3 green frog sage ninja token. That token fights target creature you don't control. Wind Release. Raisin Shuriken for 3 mana. Okay, this is a very, like, commander... I don't know, these specific... it's like a commander precon loading up with all those, like, really specific mechanics you only get, like, 1 ability of. Remove a Raisin Shuriken counter from Naruto. Naruto deals 6 damage to target creature and 2 damage to any other target. Then if there are no Raisin Shuriken counters on Naruto, exile Naruto, then remove him, return him back to the battlefield. What the hell does this thing do now? And it's a 7/7, again, it's a fox. Fox Demon Jin Churiki. Haste Menace, first strike, reach, hexproof, indestructible, tap Naruto's Fury, deals 12 damage, divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers. Hold on, give me a second. My cat is trapped. I can hear. I'll be right back. My cat is trapped. My cat is free. Okay. Seems a little powerful. I honestly don't know what the power level is. It's just way too wordy. I mean, talk about being wordy. And on top of that, we fit flavor text in there. You know, after like the first 3 paragraphs, usually wizards wouldn't use the flavor text. Can you get a free? Absolutely, you can have a freebie, Anna. Release the cats. I know, I had to release my cat. I could hear my cat was trapped in a room, desperately trying to get out to drink some water. Now binging on it. Is Naruto a frog? I'm learning about Naruto right now. Bingo alert, 2-hour stream. We have hit the 2-hour stream target. Oops, it's the wrong color here. But thank you very much for your super chat anyway, Kalia. Naruto is complicated. Naruto does acquire some frog powers, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He gets frog sage power later on. He's half frog, half fox. He is now. He's a frog. And my super chat is a dono for the chat space. Oh! Dono for chat. You got that right. Okay, Anna wanted a free card. Where's Anna? Actually, this was technically one of the free cards. Do we have another card here? Do we have another, What the hell is custom keyword supposed to mean? I don't even know what the space means on here. Okay, Anna. Hold on, do we have donos from... Okay, we have at least one dono from Steve Cooper. We're gonna give it to Anna. Where are you, Anna? Oh, you put it. Sentinel Angel. It's not over yet. It's just a long show, that's all. Okay, we got... Oh, Chubby Meatball wants to go out. Okay, hold on. Yeah, does anyone want to see Chubby Meatball? Chubby Meatball. Chubby Meatball, come. Come. You gotta be part of the show. Oh, Chubby Meatball. Okay, you have to be on the show a little bit. Just a little bit. It's a long stream. Everyone wants to see how pretty you are. Oh, you're such a pretty kitty. She's desperate to go out on the balcony. She wants to go on the balcony. Oh, don't go! No, don't go! Damn it. Okay, I'm just gonna let her out for a second. There you go. Alright, well that's dealt with. She scratched me! She scratched me! All my wounds on my hands all come from this cat. I don't know what she's so afraid of. You know, she's always here when I'm not streaming. She's constantly here. She's constantly on the desk. She's sitting on my keyboard. But streaming, she doesn't want to be here. The lights are too bright and maybe I'm too loud. Oh yeah, Chubby Meatball is super cute. We take her for walks. Yeah, death by cat scratch. Sentinel Angel, 4 mana 3/3 angel flying. When this creature enters, you may behold a human. Was that a real mechanic? Or this was a made-up mechanic? I can't remember. If you do, target creature you control gains +1/+2 and vigilance until end of turn. You may choose a human you control or reveal a human card from your hand. Oh yeah, that's a real mechanic. Whenever a non-token creature you control enters, gain 1 life. Whenever a non-token... Yeah, behold is real. It's going to become more real. I would love to behold some merfolk. Yeah, it's the new look at it mechanic from Wizards of the Coast. So we need a human creature on the battlefield, which is a little bit awkward for the angel decks. Like if you're in angels, you just want to be all in on angels, right? If you do target creature you control gains +1/+2 and vigilance until end of turn. This card's very weak. I mean, it's like super doable. It's like a draft card. I think you could have it permanently. When this creature enters, you may behold a human. Just give it like +1/+2 and vigilance until Sentinel Angel leaves the battlefield. Like, what's wrong with that? And this whole thing, whenever a non-token, it could have just been like whenever a creature you control enters, gain 1 life. Hida says, behold a human. Taps green for pluck chicken. Does Elspeth make human soldiers? Yes, actually. I do think so. I think you're correct, it does. Chubby Meatball used scratch. Nikachu fainted. Well, not quite. I did suffer some damage though. It's strong a decade ago. We just power crept. Yeah. If you look at this based on like, alpha, beta, revised. I made a Behold Merfolk a while back. You showed it on the show. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't remember if this is something you invented or this is something Wizard invented. Because I remember the mechanic. I just can't remember if it was broken or not. Noah says doable. I agree with you. It's doable. Very doable card. So doable it hurts. Steve Cooper. All right, so one donation went to Anna. And then we got Mana Cycle, blue-green. Donation for you. The blue-green Mana Cycle. Blue Simic hybrids instant. Choose one where X is the amount of blue and green mana in your mana pool. Empty your mana pool. Then add that much mana in any combination of colors +1. X is the amount of blue and green mana in your mana pool. So, huh? Why don't we just add one more mana? Then add that much mana. Oh, you can filter. That's the point. It's like a super Manamorphose. Okay, then you can put up to X +1/+1 counters amongst any number of creatures. They lose all creature types and become mutants. Funny. So this is a weird ritual, sort of. So it's a weird ritual. It's a ritual mana fixer. You also have the... Remember, this is the mechanic where for as much mana as floating, you get some ability. X is the amount of blue mana and green mana in your mana pool. Put up to X +1/+1 counters amongst any number of creatures. They lose all creature types and become mutants. For the mutant deck. Gets through hexproof. Yeah, but you're giving them +1/+1 counters. Is that going to be bad? Like, is that going to somehow harm the hexproof creatures? So what if you have 10 mana? Yes, it's 2 mana for... So if you have 10 mana floating, it's essentially 2 mana, and your 10 mana floating will make 10 +1/+1 counters. But remember, if you don't use that mana, then you lose it, and you're basically tapped out for the turn. So the interesting mechanic here is that you're more or less tapping yourself out for an ability. And I actually think this one works out quite well. I think it works out perfectly. What if all of that creature type had hexproof? Well, then they all have hexproof. Pedjamin says, to be honest, the first part, emptying the mana pool, kind of plays against the whole idea of floating. Like, it's an X cost effect in this case. It filters, though. It filters if you need that filtering. Toloduck, funny story. After you use this with large X, you still have the mana floating. That's correct. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, I see. Maybe that's what Pedgeman means. Maybe that's like, yeah. We're floating mana and we're still floating mana. It's like mini ramp, I suppose. It's like a weird ramp card. Could maybe used in... honestly, I don't think Storm decks would play with this card, because it doesn't cantrip. They don't need the mana that badly. Like, when they start going... If you have, like, some floating mana, then you don't need more floating mana. They can work with what they have. This is interesting. Yeah, Nola's saying the Omnath decks make this broken, so the Omnath decks that make a lot of mana, that look strong. Look very, very strong. Could maybe work in Temur Storm decks. I think this would be just played in some sort of stompy deck, to be honest. And yeah, maybe the first ability is a little bit awkward, but I mean it's fine. There's nothing wrong with this thing. It can be played as it is. All right, that's it for today. I can't believe we did this. It's a long show. It's been a while since we had a long show. We even got a bingo. We almost got 2 bingos. We almost got 3 bingos. What the hell is this keywords spot? It's Cybers and Fallout. What is a stompy deck? Usually a pretty chunky deck with very mid-rangey creatures. That's what a stompy deck is. As usual, we do this show 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, especially every second Wednesday. And of course, thank you very much, everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chats so other people are part of the show, thank you so much for contributing. And of course, thank you everyone who is here to make the show what it is every single day, like Michael Ing, Sad Cyclops. Yeah, it's Nikachu. It's my first time here, and now it's over. I'm very strongly thinking we're going to change the time slot. So I don't know if later or earlier works for people, but we're going to figure it out. I'm getting tired of this time slot. Okay, Protopon, For Passive Life, Kano, Bell, we have to show appreciation. Big appreciation, Steve Cooper, Toilet.Cali, The Vast, Tom Squires, General Ketzer, The Damn Draws, Matthew Green, Jeff Space, and more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing them coffees. We're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.